Hey guys, Hilton here with Yellow Sky Actions, and today we're going to do a video tutorial within Elements, and we're going to be using our Elements 6 through 10 action set to do this tutorial. And we're going to do a tutorial on how to achieve that pop/grungy effect. And here's the image we're going to work with today. So here's the before, and this is what we'll end up with. Again, the before and the after. So let's get started, guys. Alright, the first action we're going to run is an action called Shining Star within the Essential set. We're going to double click it, flatten that. The next action we're going to run is an action called Go Green Brush to really bring out the vibrance in the grass. So we're going to run that. We're going to make sure that our brush opacity is at 35% with a white foreground since it's a black mask, and all we're going to do is just brush on the grass to bring this, to make it more vibrant and pop out at us, more pleasing to the eye. Alright, once we're done with that, we flatten it. Next step, we're going to go to Sharp Brush in the Essential set. Double click it. We're going to make sure that the brush opacity is at 35%. The foreground's at white because it's a black mask again, and we're just going to brush it over their face. And in your case, it would just be the focal point that you would like for the eye to go to. So when we're finished with that, we're going to flatten this. The next step we're going to do is go to an action called Soft and Rich Brush. Double click that, which is also in the Essential set. And we're going to brush at 35% opacity, brush opacity, and it's going to be white foreground since it's a black mask, and we're going to brush it over the grass to even make this more vibrant. Alright, in the sky a little bit. We're going to flatten this. This next step, we are going to run an action called Lovely Blue. And this is in the color set. Double click it. We're going to group this layer using the grouper, which is also included in our element set. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop this layer opacity down to 50%. And the next step, we are going to brush it off the grass because we want those greens to really show through. So we're going to mask this, make sure that the mask is selected and the foreground is black since it's a white mask. And we're going to brush this off at 50% brush opacity. Bring these greens back. We're going to leave them on the trees because I like this pinkish orangish line. I think it gives it more depth, and since he's got red hair, it really goes well with it, so we're going to keep that. Alright, we're going to flatten this, and the next step we're going to run an action called Original Film, which is in the Crazy Effects set right here. Double click it. We're going to click off this sharpen background layer because we've already just used the sharp tool, and we're going to group this. Next step, we're going to drop this layer opacity to 50%. And we're going to mask this, make sure that again, white mask, foreground's black. And we're going to brush off the trees and the sky. At 50%. Again, we want all these greens to really pop through like we had before. So we're going to leave the original film on the subject to give them a more warm tone. Once we're finished with that, we are going to flatten this. The next step, we're going to run in the black and white sepia set. I know, black and white sepia. We're going to run white Vignette Sepia. Double click it. And this should take a few minutes to load. I know, pretty cool effect, isn't it? But it's not what we're going for today. This will be in a later tutorial. So we're going to click off the Noisy Love, the Desaturate, the Ages Scratch, and we're going to go to this Levelations, drop this Levelations to 60%. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drop the Dirt layer to 22%. And the Old Wear vignette we're going to drop to 38%. The next step, what we're going to do on the dirt layer is we're going to wipe off the grass and the trees. We're going to click on this layer mask and the black, make sure it's black foreground. We're just going to brush away at 50% brush opacity to really bring this vibrance back. Alright, the next step, what we are going to do is we are going to go to the Old Wear vignette layer, which is right here, and we are going to make sure this is dropped down to 38%, which it already is. I've already done that. Okay, so once that's all said and done, we're going to flatten this action. Yes, discard hidden layers. So we use this black and white, not for the black and white, but for the vignette, the dirt layer, and the levelations layer. And sometimes, you know, that's the beauty of these actions. You can use these actions and tweak them whichever way you like. That's why I love them. So the last step is we're going to go to the essential set up top, and we are going to run Diffuse Brush. Right here. Double click it. And all we're going to do is brush this at 100% brush opacity on the edges to give it more depth, give that subject more depth so it really pops out at you. And we are even going to brush it over these trees in the background. Maybe take it off these flowers right here that are on their focal plane. And that's it, guys. So that's the pop / grunge effect. Here's the before and then the after. Hope this helps, guys. Please post comments. We love your feedback. If you have any questions or want us to make any videos for you guys, let us know in those comments on the Facebook wall. You guys have a great night.